is really raining here as I record this video, so I hope that you can hear me, and when I go back and edit it, it's not gonna come out too muffled by the rain. I'm in the most insulated room in my house, which, if you guys don't know, I live in a sustainable, off-grid, completely solar-powered farm. Yeah, so this message that we are talking about today has to do with basically the runner in the twin flame dynamic. And if you haven't watched my videos before, hi, I'm Serena. I am one half of Life After Union, a twin flame pair in union. I make these videos to help you on your twin flame journey, your spiritual awakening journey, all of that good stuff. If you're looking for more one-on-one support or group support, you can check the links down below. But we are talking about the runner today, and if you don't know, I am/was the runner in my twin flame dynamic. Now I say I am/was because do we ever really stop running? I think in every dynamic there is a runner and a chaser based on our attachment styles, right? We have anxious attachment styles, then that tends to be chaser energy, like bring it here, give me. If we have avoidant attachment styles, then that tends to be more of the runner, right? And the running away. And so this message is finding you for a reason right now, because this is a mixture of a message, but also a lesson. So if you found this video, there's a reason why you're watching it. And the message here is that the running is not the problem in the twin flame dynamic, right? When we think about the twin flame runner, we often want to put the blame completely on the runner. Oh, well, they're running away. They're choosing somebody else. They're doing this. They're doing that. And we say, we put all of the blame and the shame on them. When in reality, it's not the running that's the problem, right? The running is actually a result of something else. And so with the runner, is the rain, you're likely not going to grow out of running, right? The running is an impulse. It's an impulse to run. And if you're a runner, you will know this. And if you know a runner, you'll probably understand that this is an impulse, right? This is not something that they always have control over. It's a reaction, right? It's deeper than, they're not trying to hurt you. They're not intending to hurt you. It's subconscious. They run, right? It's a subconscious thing. And yes, work and deprogramming can be done to change this, but this is part of who they are. They are a runner. So what do we have to do then? Because the problem isn't that they are running. The problem is the direction in which they are running in. Once a runner, always a runner. But what we can do is change the direction. And this is something I am learning in my own life, right? And I'm constantly asking myself, why am I running away from the love that's so present in my life, right? What am I afraid of? Why am I running? Why not rather run in the direction of love, right? You can run, but you don't always have to be running away. You can be running towards something. And that is where the shift takes place, right? Because we can have this fear and this anxiety, and that's never going to go anywhere. If you've been watching my videos, part of my commitment to myself in 2025 was to, let go of fear. And I had a dream circle meditation with my group coaching program. So if you're interested in group coaching Twin Flames, it's been an incredible experience. Let me just talk about it for a minute. It's been an incredible experience. It's been life-changing for the people involved and myself and James. But we did a dream circle, which is essentially a group like manifestation or meditation circle. And in mine, I was meditating on this idea of releasing fear in 2025, and I realized fear's not going anywhere. Fear is here to stay. Fear is a part of you. What needs to change is the mentality around fear, right? Either we can run away from our fears, or we can run towards them and embrace them as a challenge, right? And this has a lot to do about your self-worth and your self-confidence. If you are not confident and you don't trust yourself, you will run away from fear every single time, because you don't trust that you have what it takes to overcome it. right? Or to change the narrative, or to whatever you want that outcome to be. If you love yourself and you have self-confidence and you trust yourself and you've built that relationship with yourself, then you will run towards fear and you will embrace fear as a challenge. Now, it's not always easy, right? Especially in relationships when we have been burned time and time and time again, we have been hurt and it keeps coming up and we don't know a way forward because we have not experienced that reality yet. I was talking to James about this the other night. There is no blueprint for what I'm trying to create right now, right? And you can look at that in two ways. You can look at that as disempowering, or you can look at that as empowering, right? It can be disempowering because you're basically feeling around in the dark, like, where do I go? What do I do? But it also can be very empowering because that means you can create whatever you want to create. So I am blessed to be able to begin to create this new blueprint from the ashes of my old programs, my old stories, and actually pave a path forward that others can also use to their benefit and traverse as well. So to me, what is so inspiring on this journey, and any twin flame that's going through this journey will understand, you are not just healing for yourself, you are healing for the entire collective when you create a new pathway, a new blueprint for love and relationships and connection and intimacy and vulnerability and courage. You create that not only for yourself, but the entire collective now has access to that blueprint. This is why doing the work is so important, because you're not just doing it for yourself, you're doing it for everybody else. And yes, yourself should be the main priority, but know that everyone benefits from you working for yourself. And so when we talk about the runner running away from love, they're running away from fear. They're running away from the fear of love being taken from them, or the fear of being hurt. And so how can we change that narrative and say, I have enough love within me to run in the direction of love. I am worthy of running in the direction of love. I am worthy of receiving love in all its shapes and sizes, right? In any moment, if we are truly open and vulnerable, in any moment, there is a capacity that we might be hurt. We might sustain wounds. We might sustain bruises, bumps, scrapes, scars. But that is the only way to truly connect with others. If you aren't being vulnerable, then you aren't truly connecting. So what the runner really needs to do is not to stop running, but to change their direction. Change the way they look at the narrative. Change the way they see that fear. And fear is always going to be there. But instead of letting fear control you, you choose consciously to move in a different direction, to move in the direction that actually aligns with what you want out of your life, not what you are afraid might happen, right? Because if we act on what we are afraid might happen, then we are only repeating the same thing over and over and over again, and that is the karmic cycle. But when we are aware enough to stop and say, wait, am I perpetuating my fears, or am I moving in the direction of my desires? And it's in that moment that you actually reclaim your power, you reclaim your destiny, and you reclaim your right to true, vulnerable, authentic love and intimacy. So let me know what's coming up for you in this moment in time. Let me know what you're moving through. Let me know if this video helped you. I'm feeling really called to pull a card for you. So if you've watched this far, hang on a bit longer, because I have my deck here with me, so I'm going to pull a card for you and ask, what is the message that the person watching this needs to know? And I have one that's jumping out, wanting to be seen. Fighting. It's all about the internal war within. There's a part of us, our ego self, right, that wants to keep us safe and thinks that there's things outside of us that we need to fight or we need to fear. The ego makes things into an enemy or into a friend. It says you are either this or you are that. Let me easily categorize you so that I can know what I need to do. But when you let go of the fight within, you realize I'm already safe. There is nothing I need to do. I don't need to change this moment. I don't need to control it. I don't need to make it anything. I can just let it be. I can just rest in the fact that I am safe. I am protected. I am loved. And I am worthy of receiving that in all its shapes and forms. So when we stop fighting within ourselves, we stop seeing ourselves as the warrior who needs to fight, we can put our sword down finally and rest in the receiving of love. And this, I tell you, is so much easier said than done. It is very, very difficult to put down that armor when you've carried it with you for so long. You've carried this armor. Sorry, I'm just checking the time because I have a one-on-one session coming up. You've carried this armor with you for so long. It's like it's become a part of you. You don't even notice the weight of it anymore. It's not until you take it off that you realize how much energy you were using to keep it going. So part of creating a new blueprint for love, part of ending the cycle of running, is to stop fighting it. Stop fighting the desire to run and just shift your direction. Run if you want to run. Get that energy out. Running is a way of releasing energy, right? So if that fear is creating anxiety, it's creating movement, it's creating energy, use that energy and continue running. But run in the direction of what you want to run in, not what you want to run away from. If you run away from something, you'll be running away from something your entire life. If you run towards something, you'll be going towards it with open arms for the rest of your life, and you'll be receiving, right? Running in the direction towards something is receiving. Running away from something is not receiving. So let me know in the comments below. I hope this message helped you. Yeah, if you're looking for more support, you know where to check. All the links are in the description. We are now taking applications for Twin Flame Group Coaching 2025 edition, beginning in March and April. We don't have a specific set date yet, but submit your applications. Just know you may not hear from us until February. We are moving through all the applications and deciding what's going to be the best for our new and improved program. So thank you guys so much for being here today. I truly, truly appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Big love, Serena.